Many stories have been said and written about the future of our Earth. What will happen to our feet-aged Earth that is 4.5 billion years old when it gets a little older and its age reached 5.5 billion years. So please subscribe us and keep up with Start Facts. In general, man has not long set foot on the ground. We humans are very young against the Earth and have only been on the planet for 200,000 years. In that short period of time, we not only occupied the planet, but we were able to go to the moon. It's good to know that 16,000 years ago, Alaska and Russia were intertwined, meaning you could go overland to the United States. Only in a short time, the two continents were separated. Now we want to see what will happen on Earth in a billion years. Let's go 10,000 years from now for a start. The first problem is the 10,000th number itself, because all the world's digital and non-digital calendars can be set to 9,999. This seemingly small problem causes all software to fail, because they have to be updated to date. But that's not a particular problem, because eventually humans will find a way to fix it. Another great 10,000 years advantage is that all races will fade away, meaning so many humans will mix that white and black and a yellow and a red no longer make sense and everyone will be equal. 20,000 years later, humans back then wouldn't understand today's languages at all, because by then, only 1% of today's languages would remain. 50,000 years from now, the Ice Age will begin again. Niagara Falls will be completely dry due to the upstream lake running out of water, meaning all of its water will be dumped into Lake Erie and many lakes in Canada will dry up. At that point, the day and night is no longer 24 hours and a second is added to it. That is, every day of the day it will be 24 hours and 1 second. The stars you see and observe in the sky today will no longer be that way until 100,000 years from now, because some of them have gone away, some have devoured the stars around them, and a bunch of new stars have sprung up. Over the years, humans have settled on Mars. In 250,000 years, the now submerged Loihi volcano in Hawaii will erupt and add an island to the Hawaiian Islands. In 500,000 years, the chance of a 1 kilometer long meteor hitting the Earth is 99%. Of course, if man had progressed at today's rate and size, he could easily have deflected this meteorite from Earth's path. In 950,000 years, the Arizona meteorite hole, created by the collision of a giant meteorite, will be completely obliterated. A million years from now, there's going to be a volcano that injects 3,200 cubic kilometers of ash into the Earth's atmosphere. And it's like the explosion that happened 70,000 years ago and nearly made humans extinct. And it was called Tuba volcano in Indonesia. Just at the same time, the star Betelgeuse explodes and falls into the sky like a second sun. In 2 million years, the Grand Canyon of Arizona will become a great valley. Until then, humans will be present on different planets, and the passage of different times and locations of life will cause them to evolve in different forms. In 10 million years, the eastern chunk of Africa will split off from it and come into the Indian Ocean. In 50 million years, one of the Martian moons, called Phobos, will collide with Mars and it will be a disaster for the Martians. At the same time, on the planet Africa, which wants to attach itself to Europe, rises up the Mediterranean, and as a result of the pressure it puts on Europe, a huge mountain range like the Himalayas arises. In 60 million years, the Canadian Rockies will be raised and won't exist anymore. In 80 million years, all of Hawaii's islands will be underwater, along with that new island. But in 100 million years, Earth will face a great danger, a 10-kilometer asteroid, the same size as the meteorite that wiped out the dinosaurs. This meteorite crashes into the Earth and causes disaster. Of course, if humans can divert it from Earth's path. At the same time, the rings of Saturn will completely fade. In another 240 million years, the Earth and solar system will make a full circle around the Milky Way, and the cycle will take 240 million years. In 250 million years, all of Earth's land masses will stick together again, forming a supercontinent like the Paleozoic. That's how the supercontinent would form. This will continue for 250 million years, and in another 500 million years, these continents will be separated again. In 600 million years, as a star turns into a black hole, there will be a huge explosion and gamma rays will reach Earth. This radiation causes irreparable damage to the ozone layer. In those years, the ozone layer degraded, causing many organisms to perish. At the same time, the moon's sphere has moved much farther away from Earth, so it can't be seen when it comes in front of the sun. During that time, despite the degraded ozone layer, the sun keeps getting stronger and more forceful, and the Earth keeps getting irreparable damage. The movement of the Earth's plates that cause earthquakes has stopped, and the CO2 levels go down. Sunlight is no longer good for plants, and 99% of plants are destroyed. In 800 million years, CO2 will be completely gone, and that 1% of organisms that are left will be gone too, and only single-celled organisms will survive. And in a billion years, the sun will be 10% larger, brighter, and hotter. The average global temperature will reach 47 degrees Celsius. And it's interesting to know that the average temperature of the Earth today is 15 degrees Celsius. As a result of this heat, entire oceans will perish, leaving only small portions in cooler areas. The less microscopic creatures living on the side of these waters, which are also being swept away. The Earth looks almost like Mars today. I think after seeing this video, we should be thankful that we were born in this period of life on Earth. Thank you for joining us. Please don't forget liking this video and subscribing our channel.